So today I put this preparatory, well, I did a cleaning. I ground down this here in the vicinity where it was higher. Then I spray glued the floor, the ground, and then I put double stick tape on the bottom of these pieces of metal here, and they're stuck to the concrete. These outside pieces are also covered with tape on the inside edge for ease of removal. The ends are sealed with hot glue and aluminum tape so that they're watertight, more or less. And that constitutes the outer part of the form. That's all removed and disposed of after the concrete's cured. I'm using a special floor leveling concrete, which is very thin. And it'll find a level across here because this pad is broken and it's tipped down like that. So there's a big gap there, which I filled the outsides with spray foam, and that middle part, the concrete, will go down in there. And then this chicken wire has been percussion hammer nailed into the concrete with these little washers, just real thin pieces of steel that I cut. And chicken wire is going to be the approximation of rebar. Chicken wire is low strength, so it's not really good as far as rebar goes. I may lay some high strength pipes or tubes in there, real thin ones, something to take the load. I can't avoid this cracking in the future, so I might not span across that with bars. But at the same time, I need to have something that's continuous as well as has some internal strength, because it's going to tend to want to just crack into a whole bunch of pieces after a while, and I want to keep it fairly monolithic. And then these nails and washers try to hold that entire monolith down so that it remains apart and on top of the concrete. Once it's cast, and it'll only be about half as tall as this flashing here. Once it's cast, then I'll remove all that flashing tomorrow or the next day or something. And on top of this then gets placed a profile seal that's rubber, and it kind of leans out toward the outside and goes down a little bit. So if water does come, or it comes off the door or something and comes down, it'll have a natural slope to go down with this rubber. It's like a hump or like a wing shape, kind of leaning away from the door. And then after that's finished, then I put a new seal on the bottom of the door that'll conform to the shape. And at that point, it should be all sealed against the weather. So, got my fingers crossed. I won't have sheets of water coming in here with the southeast exposure. The wind comes from the southwest. So it comes like this, and it drives water underneath the door right now, so it's terrible. But that'll allow me to get this ready to go, and hopefully not too tall to drive over. I might have to build up the gravel a little bit before this so that I can have a good transition for the really low cars, like probably just the E-Type. And then it should be good.
Okay.